Back home, we're tracking the embarrassment over the human safaris being reported from Andaman Islands. CNN have been confirming from the ground that tourists say that these tours are often sold to them. The original story coming to light after the Observer newspaper of the UK showed a video of women from the protected Jarawa tribe being made to dance for tourists after police officers were allegedly paid off. The Andaman police have registered a case against unknown people for shooting and uploading videos of that protected tribe. Remember, contact is prohibited, as is photography. The island administration is expected to submit its report to the Home Ministry today. The Andaman police have also filed a case, as we said, against unknown people at this point. The journalist with the Observer newspaper also denying the fact the government claims the video was shot in 2001 when laws on protection were less stringent. Let's talk to Meenakshi Mahadevan joining us on the phone line now from Port Blair. Meenakshi, some tourists telling you that they've heard of these human safaris taking place, and also to let you know the police, while they may be denying it to you there on the ground, have registered a case now against unknown people for uploading those videos and shooting them in the first place.
That's right. A case has been registered against unknown people for taking this video because photography or videography of any kind is prohibited in that particular area where these Jarawa tribes live. And the police also vehemently still denying that they had any role to play in this or such incidents take place. Even today, in fact, they are still sticking to their point that this video, which was being shown yesterday, is itself shot at least 10 years back, and no such incident takes place now. But we have spoken to several people from the morning ever since we reached Port Blair, and now as we are traveling to that area where the Jarawas live, we've been speaking to people who reside nearby these areas. Just before that habitat of the Jarawas, there are people here, habitats here, and we have spoken to those people. All of them are saying that they have heard of such incidents before, though it is not really possible for each of them to have seen it, because it could have only happened when the police people have taken very senior officials or their superiors from the department inside, because remember, this is an area, this Andaman Trunk Road is an important area which joins the Port Blair to another island, and all the tourists have to go through this road to go to the other island, but no tourist is allowed to go without police protection. In fact, there is a convoy which goes about 3 to 4 times a day, and all the tourists are in between this convoy. There is a police vehicle which leads them from the front and a police vehicle at the back as well. So all the people telling us that it is very possible that this has happened. They have heard from other people, but the police is sticking to their point that it has not happened in the last 8 to 9 years, and that this video was shot much before that.
All right, Meenakshi, we'll continue to track that with you. Thanks so much for joining us from Port Blair with those details. Now, this is also part of a debate that played out on India at 9.
What is it that makes them so special that they cannot even be filmed at the moment? They need to be isolated in a sense.
This is one of the most interesting group of people who are extremely vulnerable because of the way in which a not well thought out process of modernization and Andamans being classified as a place for some tourist attraction,
yes,
or some defense strategic interest which overrides any sensibilities to consider the society and the culture and the environment,
right,
which is most valuable from the contribution of that place, and we impose our own frameworks to look at this place.
Right.
And I think that imposition is wrong.
It was the Supreme Court's order in 2002, sir, that asked the administration to close the Andaman Trunk Road to vehicular traffic since it contravenes the exclusive rights of the Jarawas to that 1200-kilometer forest area. And you were a driving force behind that. 10 years later, do you believe that that order is being implemented on the ground?
Because we recognize the impossibility of keeping the Jarawas safe if that road was open, because there'll always be bad eggs whom you can bribe, there'll always be VIP. The way it's going on seems to be that they've forgotten all about the Supreme Court order, they've forgotten all about the tribals out there, they've forgotten that it's not just a cultural problem.
Mr. Minister, do you first concede this is a national embarrassment? As of now, the fact is these pictures, the Observer of London putting them out, they'll be on YouTube, they'll be across the world. Do you accept this is an embarrassment?
Well, I think of course it is an embarrassment, it's a shame. I am told that the number of convoys have been reduced and they go with the security forces. Photography has been prohibited, and the buffer area has also been increased.
Yes.
But if there's corruption, then one has to deal with it.